Welcome back, and well, we're gonna give it a go. I still think I might need Nullhorn in. I think having one AoE provoke and really only one champion in a proper stun set is not going to be enough. But I have built out these champions now, geared them out a bit more. Podbar still in the same build that I showed previously, as is Rockbreaker. Kinagashi I've now whacked in a stun set with Immortal just to keep Kinagashi topped up. I ultimately decided if I am going to get Fearsome Presence and grind out more masteries, it will probably be on Kinagashi rather than Steel Skull, because Steel Skull only has a single attack, whereas Kinagashi has the single attack plus the ally attack as well. But then really there's Gory if I need to. So I don't know. Anyway, I've put Kinagashi in a stun set for now, and I went bolster on Steel Skull to try and give me that survivability. Still haven't done anything with Fane's build, so very much built in my clan boss team. This isn't going to work, I don't think, for this room. So probably will have to do something there. I just wanted to get a sense with these 4 builds kind of done now, how that works, because Fane might have to become Nullhorn for a slower run anyway. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, we should be in a position now to at least give it a go and get a bit more of a sense of what's going on. Start with the increase defense. Here, I think I'm just going to see if I can get a lucky stun on Cythalia, which I didn't. Hopefully we'll get some stuns across the board. We didn't. We still get one shot from Taras. I don't know how other people don't. But let's see if we get any decent work here. I mean, I'm sure if I go here, we're just going to get one shot, pretty much. Not fully. Close, though. Let's keep going. We've got them both frozen now. I think I'll have to heal Fane, revive Fodbar. Just don't have enough crowd control, right? We do no damage. We don't have enough crowd control. This is the difficulty without having Morag. Now, let's have a quick look at the old teams that have done it without Morag and just get a quick idea to see if they have double crowd control or not. There's a double crowd control, but that does have Morag. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any teams now in the top list that don't have Morag. So we're struggling for ideas as a result. Basically the same team I'm running, but Morag does so much damage. That's the difficulty. Replacing that damage for Morag is problematic. But a lot of people here, you can see they don't seem to have more than one AoE crowd controller. I mean, maybe they're just getting extremely lucky. But I don't feel like Fane is necessarily, at least not in the build I have, isn't going to make it work. Let's give it another go. Increase defense. Try and get a stun. I did. Try and hope we get a stun there. We did this time. I'm actually going to hold off on the provoke. See if I can just reduce turn me to there. Try and get in and do some damage. See if we can kill the Marishka. Let's see if we can get a stun off here. At least reduce turn meter. Stun you. Now I need to get the provoke off. Really need to kill Marishka ASAP. Got the freeze on Cythalia. That's kind of quite lucky. Got a freeze off there. See if we can get stun. We didn't. And we'll just have to go in A1, hope for a stun. In dead. Lots of death. And that's going to happen. Not a million miles away. With like a lot of luck. Is there anything I can do to help improve the situation? Not really. So we could bring in the Gnarlhorn instead of Fane, but that really neuters our damage. It could be that we need to rank up Gory. I'm wondering if there's something easy I can do with Fane. A simple gear swap, because I don't want to ruin my clan boss team. Maybe that chest. Ready in an accuracy banner. I'm trying to get enough accuracy to land the D-boss. Let me just have a play around and I'll come back and I'll let you know how I'm getting on. We're back, and I've kind of given up a little bit on S19. I do think I'm going to have to build out Gory, mostly because we get a additional 100% chance, 3-hit random chance to get the hard crowd control. But moreover, we get a 50% ignore defense if they're under a freeze buff, and the ignoring buffs are kind of irrelevant, but the ignoring defense is going to be massive. I think basically, given that I don't have Morag, my best chance of actually being able to kill someone and do decent damage whilst bringing other utility is going to come from Gory. We do get an increased attack if we get that first kill, which would also help kill the rest of the wave. Truth is, okay, I could regear Fane, but Fane's not really going to work as well. And I think Gory will fit in better. And I think this composition in that regard probably could just about do it. Might need to get Fearsome Presence on Kinagashi as well. I wish I had Gory. Basically, truth be told. I just wish I had Morag, rather. Sorry. I wish I had Morag. But anyway, I'm putting a pin on that for the time being. I will probably farm out Gory later today. Instead, I'm going to try and give S20 a crack. So I've gone through, geared out Growhack, given Fearsome Presence and Evil Eye, done the same on Kellen. They're both in stun sets with high accuracy and pretty decent speed. I've done Rhonda also in stun set with a high damage build. Haven't set the masteries yet. I want to see how it goes. I might need to end up doing Fearsome as well. So we'll kind of see. Cormac, I'm going to build out. I haven't really done the masteries yet though, but I'm going to build out in a high damage build. So probably in Savage. And then Artak, I haven't touched the build yet, but I think I'm going to have to move him into at least into stun. If not, move the masteries into Fearsome as well. But I want to give it a go with him in his existing build first to avoid having to waste too much silver. But I suspect, 3 AoEs, he's really got to be in a stun set, doesn't he? Soul Reap is definitely going to help quite a lot here. But I will give it a go without him in stun set first and see kind of how it looks. But I'm pretty confident we're going to have to get him into a stun set as well. Otherwise, I've also added Harvest Despair on Growhack and on Kellen. And if I do Fearsome Presence here, I will also pick up Harvest Despair. That's going to be my best form of healing. So let me crack on with what I'm doing, and then once I'm ready to give the run a go, we'll rejoin. Well, I moved Artak into stun. I did lose Cormac, but I managed to clear the first wave, which is probably not enough, but let's see. We've managed to get 3 stuns off. Let's go for a block there and then a turn meter steal there. We managed to get some stuns off across the board. Who do we need to control? Ideally, that one. I could steal turn meter from someone, but I think my best bet is just to go A1. I managed to get a stun off. With Grow Hack, let's try and get an AoE. We didn't get any stuns. Let's see if we can get any stuns. Need stuns. No. If we don't get stuns, we're doomed, basically. Another AoE, a couple of stuns, and we've lost another champion. It's basically... I think this one might be just about doable, maybe, but we basically need incredibly good luck. I haven't yet gone down the changing Artax masteries, and I haven't yet given Rhonda fearsome. I think having given this a go, though, I probably do need fearsome on Rhonda. Reality just makes this so toxic to have to, like, if you have to have Rhonda in fearsome every time. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. Having Cormac masteries would probably help as well, but he's not really that good for this, to be honest. But I'll give it another few goes and I'll report back and get through to the second wave, like maybe every 4 or 5 tries. Unless we get perfect RNG again. Ooh, this time we're actually in the best steal the turn meter there. I don't know who we really need to kill, but let's just go for the one that's currently not crowd controlled. If we can get an AoE crowd control, 2 stuns there, 3 stuns. Block passive over there. Just go for damage. We're going to have to try and drop turn meter. Oh, almost died. Let's try and get a stun. Stun. Get a first kill. Let's go for AoE, see if we get a stun. Come on, stuns. Someone, please. And I think we're screwed. It's so hard. It's just so hard. No one's done it with my team. Cormac's been completely and utterly useless. I'm thinking I maybe should have gone for Gaelic instead. Because we have a chance of AoE. Turn meter reduction there. It's probably the best part. Hits all enemies, so that's therefore nice for stun set. Then we've got decreased turn meter on the A2. Only a small amount though, but still useful. And then we again have build turn meter from the A1. Not great. But Cormac has been utter rubbish. I don't really need the damage. I thought I would, but I don't. What I need is a way of crowd controlling and surviving. Basically. Another form of like guaranteed crowd control would be really helpful. Hates to I think this is too much RNG there. So there's really not many options. Orderly Legionary, only single target decreased speed's not going to be good enough. You get a continuous heal, but it'd be enough either, let's be honest. No TM reduction. Ordin. None of this is going to be useful. But maybe Gaelic would have been better. I don't know how. If I can't get past round 2, I don't know how I'm meant to do round 3 either. I'll try it a few more times, but I really can't be bothered that much. They're really depressing, these 3 stages. Maybe with Gory I can do it. Maybe if I swapped out Cormac for Gaelic, but I don't have the champions that that most people use. That's the reality. I don't have Chamfer, I don't have Denag, I don't have Gillian. Someone did go for Hordin. I mean, that must be some crazy damage going on there. Chamfer in a bolster set would really help. There's a Cormac on a high damage team. Guess they've got good RNG. Denag doing really good crowd control. Killian, really good crowd control. Basically the difference. Yeah, I don't know. I did try and tweak Artax's masteries, put him in Fearsome Presence. That cost me 150 gems. I have put Rondo in Fearsome and Evil Eye, Fearsome Evil Eye, Fearsome Evil Eye. you know. Oh man, I'll give it a few more times, a few more tries, but it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. Well, it's later in the day. I did try for a few hours, but I mean, a few hours in terms of building up the champions, giving this a go. We'll try one more time on this recording, but you can see it's already gone bad. We haven't got any stuns. 1 stun from 2 AoEs. It's just not enough, and that's with Fearsome Presence on both. Like every champion other than Cormac has Fearsome Presence, and yeah, like it's just the RNG is too extreme. It is technically, theoretically possible that I could clear this room with this team, in theory, but I don't think it's actually practically possible. I think it's the amount of RNG involved is it's too much. I don't think it's actually going to happen. You can see it's just like we've got so much that needs to line up. We have like no way of healing. We'll lose any time we take a hit. We're going to die basically. If I had Lord Chamfer, if I had Denag, if I had Killian, maybe with one of them, I think that would probably be enough. But with none of them, it's just too hard. And I think, well, I showed you Secret Room, whatever it is, 19, which again, I think with Gory, I probably could just about do it. Should still turn me to there. And let's try and get a stun with the A1. Yeah, with Gory, maybe. It's so hard. like how many times we've hit this champion trying to get a stun, and we're now in a bad spot. Now they're all going to take turns. Give it a go. We get a stun off there. Buff ourselves. Kill him. Try and go for the turn me to drop. Try and get a stun. Done. We're trying. Probably should have done the lockout, but I need all my champions and all their skills for the second wave. It's just not fun. I think that's the truth of the matter. I mean, technically, theoretically, it's possible, but I think the truth is I'm just not into the game as much as I used to be. And I just can't really be bothered trying it over and over to see if I can get lucky with the stun sets. I think that's the truth. We've like I said, we've got Fearsome Presence, Evil Eye, Harvest Leech, Harvest Despair rather. And we've got that not on Ronda, but on Growhack we have it, on Kellen we have it, and on Artak we have it. We have Fearsome Presence only, no Evil Eye because we don't have any accuracy on Ronda. And then yeah, technically with Cormac we could finish building out the masteries, but it's not a damage issue. We have a control issue, and Cormac's not going to solve that. And if we look at the other ones, S19, we don't have Morag, who's the main damage dealer there. We can bring in Ori. I feel like this one's the most likely, because there are teams with similar champions that have made it work. But it's not fun trying to proc the stuns and freezes through the set. Yes, we do at least have an AoE provoke that's consistent, but because of the counterattacks and all the other nonsense. And then with S14, I haven't even tried it yet. And it's like, do I want to spend the 10 million silver gearing up these 5 champions to try and give it a go when no one has cleared it with this set of champions? And I'd be relying on 3 people in stun sets to perma control the enemy team. And I can't really take a hit. A little bit more of an ability to take a hit because these aren't attack-based champions, but still not much. Yes, could bring in a reviver or a healer in Thenasil, and you have the whatever it is, where is it? You have this A1 chance to sleep. It's actually a reasonable chance when booked out. The problem with sleep is if you've got HP burn or poisons, it's going to wake people up, and Mordecai HP burn's our main form of damage. So again, like, what do you do? And yeah, I just think I think I'm just not as much in love with the game to do that.